Hey guys, BJ Usselton here with the Vogt RV family of dealerships. I'm at the Jayco Super Center and I want to show you guys the 2024 Jayco Jay Flight SLX, and it's the 154BH. It's got a very tiny footprint, but yeah, I want to show that to you guys today, so let's get started. All right guys, so first and foremost here with the 2024 154BH, first thing you're going to notice, right, is the fiberglass front cap. Jayco started doing this in the 23 model years, which is really nice actually, because it's a lot more protective than your typical aluminum front cap, right? That's where you're going to receive most of the damage on your unit. So they figured, let's put something a little bit better there. And so they went with a fiberglass front cap. So they're maintaining that through the 24 model year. You still have your diamond plating on the bottom as well. And the biggest thing about Jayco, in my opinion, is the integrated A-frame that they've got running through the front here. So you've got 4 points of contact versus the industry standard of 2 points of contact. Also, this unit comes with a 20-pound propane bottle, which here at Vogt, we do make sure that you leave our lot with full propane and a brand new battery as well. This is where your battery would go. You do have the manual front jack here. Moving around to the side, you're gonna have your access to your city water connection on this side, as well as the potable water. You do have a 30-gallon clean water tank on this unit, so if you want to do any kind of boondocking or anything like that, that is a possibility. You do come with your G20 tinted windows, right? So it protects you from the light at 8 o'clock in the morning when you've had a late night and you're trying to sleep in. You need some good tinting, right? Also protect the interior of the unit from any kind of UV rays and stuff like that. Prolong the upholstery inside of the unit, which also increases resale value in the future. All right, and another thing about this unit is it does come with the 30 amp service, which is nice because this unit in particular comes standard with an in-wall air conditioning unit. However, here at Vogt, we do like to option our units up. So we have optioned this up with the in-roof mounted 13.5 BTU AC, which it's really nice because the 30 amp service can power the AC and all the amenities on the inside, and you don't have to run the risk of not being able to find an RV park that doesn't have the power outlet that you need. Most of them are going to come have at least one spot available with the 30 amp service, and even if they don't, even if they only have 50 amp service available, there are adapters that you can use to make sure that you get access to those spots. Moving down the unit, you will see that you have access here for the cable and satellite input. Most RV parks these days do have that amenity, most of the time free of charge, so that's nice. You can just back up to the spot, plug into your cable, and then you have access on the inside. So that's an additional plus. Moving down here, you will notice that you have the gray water holding tank and the black holding tank down here as well. They both do converge at this one point, and you do have both of the handles on either side. Right next to that, you'll notice the manual stabilizer jacks. You have those at each point of the unit. That will make sure that there's no rocking back and forth when when you got the dogs jumping in or the kids or anything like that. So you want to make sure that you have those down so you're not feeling like you're on the ocean, you know. Moving to the back here, again, you do have the fiberglass back as well. All of your lighting, you do have prep for a backup camera. It is a small unit, but backup cameras are nice, and that is something that we can also install here at Vogt as well. You have the receptacle for the Lippert on-the-go ladder as well, so that you can get up on the roof. The Jayco roofs do have a rating of 4,500 pounds. Pretty exceptional whenever you take into account that the next closest competitor is roughly about 3,500 pounds. Jayco does send their units off with a full-size spare, so that's not something that you have to go and worry about after the fact. So that's pretty nice that they do that for you. And then moving back on as we refer to, this is the party side. This is where everything happens, right? This is where the family's going to come and you're going to set up the outside fire pit and put your cooler and your chairs and everything like that. And because of that, that's where you're going to do all your business. This is where you got all the fun stuff, right? You've got the 10-foot awning on this side with the LED light strip underneath. You have your speakers out here. You do have an outlet on this side if you want to plug anything in. And another thing that you'll notice notice on this side is going to be the Suburban tankless water heater. So there's only two ways you're going to run out of water in this situation. That's if you run out of propane or run out of water, one of the two. As we move back this way, the one thing that I did forget to point out here is going to be the storage on this side. It's not a lot, you don't get pass through, but you do get enough storage for your cord, maybe a couple other doohickeys to throw in there. So yeah, as we move this way, do I say that too much, guys? Do I move this way? Leave a comment down below and let me know if I say that too much. You will notice that you have the step above steps. This provides you an extra level of security and stabilization because when you step on them, you're not going to transfer your weight to the rest of the coach. They just flip up like so. Throw this in, and boom, you're ready to head out, right? But instead of heading out, we need to head inside so I can show you guys what it looks like in here. All right, so now that we're inside of this 2024 154BH, one of the first things that you're going to notice actually is going to be the decor. So Jayco has actually merged both of the decors that they had previously, which were the classic cottage and the vintage farmhouse, and they've created the classic farmhouse, which is going to be primarily a lot of whites, which in a unit of this size is really nice because it's going to make it feel a lot more open. But they also went ahead with the darker accents of the classic cottage, which I really enjoy. And in the decor package, you're going to notice that you get this brand new shiplap accent wall. Above the shiplap accent wall, you're going to have a decent amount of storage up here. Okay. And then directly below this is going to be where pretty much everything happens, especially if you're on a rainy day or you're just tired from the weekend or something like that. If you're inside the unit, this is going to be where most of everything happens. This is going to be where you're going to eat. You can probably fit 4 adults comfortably. You might be able to fit 6 people if you've got, like I've got 4 kids. I could probably sit here with my entire family and eat comfortably. And also, if you're not having dinner and it's about time to wrap up the camping for the night, this is actually going to be where you sleep as well. This table will drop down. It does have some lips that it sits on, and then you would just take the cushions that you would normally utilize as the back. You set these on this, and it's secondarily a sleeping area. All right, and directly across from the sleeping/dining area is where you're going to find most of your controls. So this is going to be your 30 amp solar controller. This is going to control the 200 watts that you have sitting on the roof. One of the things that Jayco did in the 2024 model year lineup is now every single unit comes at the very least standard with 200 watts of solar with the 30 amp solar controller. Directly beneath that is where you're going to find your awning control. This is how you can extend or retract your awning on the outside. No more of having to catch it with the little thing and pull it out and have it shoot back. It's nice because most every RV now is coming with the powered awnings. This is going to be your light controls. You do have the 12 volt outlet in the event that you want to purchase a 12 volt TV. Now, one of the reasons that I would do that is because if you purchase a 12 volt TV, that means anytime you have power to that battery, you're going to have access to your TV. So if you're sitting in the middle of nowhere and the Cowboys game is coming on, you got to be able to watch that thing. Okay, so that's an added perk of being able to run your TV off of 12 volt power. Or directly across from that, you're going to have the 110 power right here as well. So you do have that option as well. Directly below that, you are going to see your radio controls. So if you're watching the Cowboys game, you do have the ability to have all 4 speakers on this unit, 2 inside, 2 outside, be able to play the sound off of the TV. You also have the access to be able to play your phone via Bluetooth on all of the speakers, and you do have the option to be able to differentiate between inside zone, outside zone, or both if you'd prefer. Right over here you will notice your thermostat. So this is going to control, again, the 13.5 BTU air conditioner that is mounted in the roof. That is opposed to the standard 5,000 BTU wall mounted air conditioner that comes standard on this unit. As we move around this way, you will notice this is where the galley is, right? So this is where all the cooking's gonna happen. You do have a nice little bitty microwave. It's not much, but you can put in, you know, like some of those little 3-minute pizzas and stuff like that that my kids eat. Our freezer stays full of those things. You will notice you get an additional little bit of storage. It's not a lot, right? But you don't, with such a small footprint, I am very impressed with what Jayco did with the footprint as far as storage goes. You get a decent amount of countertop over here. And it's nice because Jayco actually changed the vinyl countertop as well. You get the Suburban 2-burner stove here, runs directly off of your propane. You do have the light up top with the exhaust fan as well that does exhaust to the outside. Back this way, you do have the 8 cubic foot Furrion 12-volt refrigerator. One of the biggest perks, I think, of the 12-volt refrigerator is it runs off of the battery. Again, we're going back to that. So with the solar that's on top of the unit, your battery is always being charged. So you would, at the very least, have access to your goods, your perishable goods, if you will. And you don't have to run the risk of any of those going bad. Also, with the 12-volt refrigerators, they are a condenser refrigerator, so they act very much like your residential refrigerators, and they get to operating temperature in a fraction of the time as the gas electric refrigerators, which is why those are more or less becoming obsolete at this point. Directly across from the 12-volt refrigerator, this is where you're going to find the additional sleeping space. Each one of these bunks are going to be rated for 300 pounds. So, I mean, it's almost twice as much as the next leading competitor. You have the 4 inches of padding here. You have enough room for a full-grown man like me to sleep in here, and you know, after a night of a couple alcoholic drinks, you know, you may wind up sleeping in a spot like this sometimes. Who knows? Directly on the bottom here, though, you do get some extra storage space, which is nice. Like I said, Jayco kind of thought of everything. Any space that you can do something, they did do something, which I find really nice. Okay, and as we walk to the very back of the unit here, this is where you're going to find the bathroom. This is where you're going to do all the dirty work, right? So if you notice the toilet here, you do have the foot flush toilet. Very nice. They give you a good amount of space here on this. If you sit down, you get a good amount of leg room, and Jayco did you the benefit. They gave you a nice space to put the toilet paper roll. And let's see how this shower feels. I know a lot of people's biggest problem is how big is this shower. So I'm 6 foot tall, and I've got a good amount of room here. I like that they added the sunroof because I feel like without it I wouldn't have any room, but they added this, so I do get an extra couple 2-3 inches of headspace, which is really nice. Also, I love this shower curtain. Jayco had a phase where they had these plastic shower curtains. I wasn't a big fan of them. If you were, let me know down in the comments. But I'm more fond of these. I like these. You can take these off, you can throw them in the washer, you can get them clean, get them back to new, put them back up, and you're mint. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this 2024 Jayco Jay Flight SLX 154BH. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to see if we have one in stock, we do right now, but by the time you check out this video, we may not. So feel free to give us a call at 817-831-1800, and we'd love to be able to assist you with all of your RV needs. Thank you so much.